The night air was heavy, the kind of air that feels like it's holding its breath. The Sea of Galilee stretched out in front of them, dark and endless, with only the faint shimmer of moonlight rippling across the water. Jesus had been teaching crowds all day. People had pressed in from every side, hungry for his words, desperate for his touch. And now, as the sun dipped below the horizon, he turned to his disciples and said simply, "Let's go over to the other side." The disciples were fishermen, most of them. The sea was home, their hands knew the ropes, their eyes knew the stars, their ears knew the sound of shifting winds. To them, a night sail was nothing new, so they helped Jesus into the boat, pushed off from the shore, and began rowing into the deep. At first, everything was calm, the steady rhythm of oars against the water, the gentle splash of waves against the wooden hull. Maybe some of them whispered quietly about the day's miracles. Maybe others stretched their tired shoulders, grateful for the cool night breeze after hours under the sun. And then Jesus, exhausted, lay down in the stern, his head resting on a cushion. Within moments he was asleep. Now picture that, the Son of God, asleep in a boat, on a sea that was about to turn violent, the one who formed the oceans with his word, resting like a man who needed rest, both divine and human, both mighty and fragile in one moment. The disciples rowed on, but then, somewhere in the distance, the wind shifted. A sudden gust whipped across the water, then another. The sea that had been calm moments ago began to churn. Small waves became larger, slapping against the boat. The sails snapped and strained against the force, and in what felt like only moments, the calm night turned into chaos. The storm descended. Winds roared like 1,000 voices. Waves surged, towering higher and higher, crashing against the sides of the boat. Water spilled in, soaking their clothes, filling the bottom faster than they could scoop it out. The sky was black, the stars swallowed by clouds. Lightning split the heavens, thunder rolled, and the sea raged like a living thing. The disciples fought with all their strength. They shouted commands, their voices ripped away by the howling wind. Their hands clung to ropes, to oars, to anything that might keep them steady. But fear crept in, cold and sharp. They knew this sea. They had seen storms take men under before. And tonight it felt like their turn. And all the while Jesus slept. That contrast burned in them. How could he sleep while they were dying? How could he rest when the boat was seconds from breaking apart? Finally, drenched and terrified, one of them stumbled to the back, grabbed his shoulder and cried out above the storm, "Lord, save us, we're going to drown."